Ask things from people that we cannot do too. And that's where the toxicity comes, because they both do. I'm not expect you to do it first, or you have to apologize first, or allegedly they have this energy of playing, like I said to Eve, they both play with fire, right? It's fun of like, you flirt with her, oh then I'll flirt with him, you know what I'm saying, like indirectly or whatnot. But eventually it'll consume the both of you, because it's not a healthy way to deal with things. Communication is key, and I feel like they both fail a lot in that, allegedly, and that's why they're so toxic together, because they are similar, and that's why they got along to begin with, and that's why the attraction started. But allegedly this also things that attracted them is what destroyed them. And I feel here that allegedly he also did not listen to his intuition. He's not ready for a real connection. Allegedly he is not ready for a real connection, and although he could want it, as of right now I don't see him being ready for that. Allegedly I don't see him being ready to commit, and it does show right here that he allegedly did not only made it straightforward, but allegedly he also got offended if she kind of acted like him. So at this point I don't feel according to the cards, I don't feel he knew what he wanted. Allegedly she in a way kind of did, but at the same time didn't. So they both definitely make mistakes. Communication and trust and being honest with themselves, and both of them was a big thing. And it's just like, it's important to love yourself, yes, it's important to put yourself first, but you also, he has allegedly a lot of ego as well that sometimes can be blinding. And actually he also tends to walk away from things before it gets bad. So allegedly he also has a mechanism of like, let me walk away from something before it's taken away from me. So allegedly he has a fear of having something, for example, deeply with somebody, and then lose that in a way, shape, or form. So he tends to sometimes allegedly self-sabotage things, not just her, but anything like that, before it breaks. So this is a mechanism to protect himself, but allegedly it's not protecting anything, it's just making it worse. In her, allegedly, she tends to it's hard for her to let go. It's hard for her to stand up for herself sometimes, and it's hard for her to move on, because she really cherish people, because she's like allegedly looking for a forever family, you know what I'm saying? But she's also understanding that she cannot be toxic either, allegedly. So they both are not bad people. It's not like they wanted to use either. It's just like bad timing, to be honest. And I'm not saying they're the right person either for each other, but allegedly this was bad timing, and hopefully he can work on himself, because again, this energy of like, I'm gonna walk away before it gets worse, I'm gonna give you the silent treatment, allegedly I put myself first above everything. It does protect you again from things, but it also destroys things, because love and connections are not easy, and they take a lot of effort. And of course you don't have to humiliate yourself, but at the same time, according to the cards, he didn't also act correctly, allegedly. So again, they both failed into an extent, okay? And of course behind doors a lot of things could have happened to you, and here we're not here to judge anybody, because nobody's perfect, and at the end of the day everybody has the right to move and do whatever they want. But to understand the root of the problem and to better it, we have to be able to take accountability. And this does not mean that you're gonna have to get back with whoever. No, that's not it. And that doesn't make sense. That it doesn't mean that you have to take blame that does not belong to you, because that's not the point. The point is like, okay, I have these traits that I need to change, not because of her, not because of the public expected to, but for himself. So he don't actually self-sabotage anything in the future, either or, if he wanted to go back or not. And I do feel like allegedly he has this energy again of being so like stubborn, that even if he wanted to reconnect, even if he wanted to, he's not gonna do it. even if he regretted something, allegedly, he doesn't tend to say I'm sorry. And they both have the similar energy of like, you apologize first. And allegedly, for a minute, I do see them avoiding each other. Eventually, can they work it out and maybe talk? It's going to be very difficult. It's not impossible, allegedly, but it's going to be very difficult. And hopefully he don't fall into the trades of like falling into making indirect comments, because again, that does not make him look good. You know what I'm saying? But he could not have his cake and eat others too. You know what I'm saying? Like, allegedly, he did fail also in making things clear, and it's important for him to label things out. And if he wants a go with the flow, keep in mind that she can also go with the flow. Allegedly, if he's allowed to connect with people, she's also too. And I do feel like she didn't trust him, because allegedly he could have just say things and then not fulfill it, and that grew trust issues, which again is not also our fault, because you cannot force people to trust you. But if you allegedly care for somebody as well, and this is for him as a general thing, and in a way you perform subconsciously, unintentionally, you have in a way you perform failed that person, please try to understand where their distrust comes from. And allegedly, that's one of the things, like, you cannot say like, oh yeah, I failed but I apologize. No, that's not how it works. So allegedly, also being more empathetic and less stubborn. And I feel like the best thing he could do is stay single. Allegedly, like, if he wants to keep it with the flow with whoever, yeah, go for it. But allegedly, he cannot continue to like cover up something with something else, like avoiding to, because eventually things like that do not work, and it'll hit you the least when you least expect it. You know what I'm saying? So if he wants love in the future, he needs to work on a lot of that, and he needs to be less toxic, to be honest, because allegedly he has a lot of toxicity when it comes to that, so if he's not committed, just be straightforward with the people. And if you have and they don't get the message, allegedly, you need to healthily and kindly keep your distance, because that's all we can do. And again, she also has her things, as I mentioned in her own reading. So allegedly, that's what I see. What is the future for him in general after this? I mean, I do see him collabing with other females or other people, allegedly here. I do see if he does want it to have flings, but nothing really fulfilling, allegedly. I do feel like if he does, I do feel like he's going to collab with somebody in a way to perform, allegedly. And people are not going to see this nicely, especially for whatever this person may say, allegedly, about Evelyn, and allegedly the possible reaction. I don't see a lot of bad things. I do feel like he's going to definitely eventually lose some followers, allegedly, especially after this possible collab as well, and the comments that are gonna come from the other energy, allegedly. And I feel like he possibly was gonna connect and collab and like have like allegedly a fling with that blondie girl. She seems to be light skinned and blonde, and it doesn't go anywhere, allegedly. And like, it doesn't go anywhere, of course. And that also, I would say, like, I wouldn't say he's stuck entirely, but allegedly he's not gonna be as popular as he was at one point. But if he does not work on certain things about himself, this is not for Eve, this is not for the fans, this is just for himself. Allegedly, if he doesn't work on certain things, he's going to continue to carry them, and is going to continue to self-sabotage his growth, and not necessarily as a streamer, but actually as a person in his possible connections. Because yes, it was toxic with Eve regardless, right? But allegedly it was truthful. Like, she wasn't there just because of the views. She did care for him, and that's something that, and he did care for her in a way too. So sometimes people are just toxic because they've been hurt before, and I do see that on him and I do see that on her, and I really hope they do work on themselves for their own good, and hopefully maybe they decide to reconnect. But as of right now, it shouldn't be forced because it could be a reckoning and eventually like end worse. So right now there's definitely needed for space. They both need space from each other so they can really work on themselves, and hopefully they act mature about it, because allegedly it could be a little bit like pettiness from his end, her end too. So hopefully it gets better, because they both are pretty good people. It's just like they're broken, to be honest. They're broken and they need a little bit. And of course nobody's broken, because when I say this, people be like, you shouldn't say that. This is the only way I can explain to you guys an emotion, because I cannot show you an emotion. I can only explain it. So when somebody is a good person but acts differently, is because something within them is broken emotionally. Something is not right. So we need to heal. That's when heal happens, right? So this is not an insult or anything. This is just a way for me to explain an emotion that we cannot physically see, because it's kind of impossible to do so. So right now he's not in the energy to have any proper connections, and also allegedly he's not acting nice either. So hopefully he can work on himself so he don't repeat the same mistakes, and again, and hurt people that don't need to be hurt. But as of right now, if he don't do that, he's gonna continue to destroy allegedly his reputation, if not possible in good connections as well. So it's gonna be a complicated thing, to be honest, and that's what I see for him. I'm gonna try to see a little bit more of that possible person that he may connect with, which is shown to be a blondie, to see if we can have a little bit extra in depth, because I know like for Eve we have her possible man in the future if she wants to. But anyways, it says right here, somebody who has brown eyes, somebody who has markings, but this could be tattoos or something. She allegedly could have a piercing, maybe here, right? But if not, piercings in general. She could allegedly have wavy hair. She's blondie. She could have a scar as well. I do see her possibly also dyeing her hair different colors. This is why she has blondie hair, allegedly. And she could be going from blondie to brunette to fun colors as well. And it's somebody also that works out as well. She likes the gym as well, and at times she likes short hair, so she could be wearing different hairstyles as well because of a wig or whatever. And she is very fit, to be honest. She's very fit, and she has like a birthmark on the face that looks very pretty, to be honest. And anything else? She wears a lot of red, or red looks good as well on her, and she's light skinned, definitely. So that's what I see for this possible person, that I feel like this collab is gonna bring the internet upside down. And hopefully, like I said before, you know, mistakes are not repeated, not only because of his own his own good personally, also for his online presence. So right here we got two angels, and at the bottom here we're gonna read the third one. So the first one says, knowledge of mysteries welcome easily, positive change is on the horizon. Mumayam, all things must come to an end, this ending will be a good one. Like I said before, they need to work on themselves. Daniel, have you a decision to make? Weigh your options with Daniel to find a path. Like I said before, do better in the future. So this is the end of the reading for Johnny. This was his energies, and again, if you haven't seen Eve's, please do it. If you haven't seen the connection itself, I again linked the ship or connection reading here on the first comment. This was the first one. It was again on August 7th. Today's day that I did this reading on August 26th for him and for her as well. So hopefully I was able to upload it either or August 26th at night or August 27th in the morning. So thank you so much. You can also obviously follow me on TikTok. Most likely you guys follow me on TikTok. I am on Instagram. I'm also on this app called Clapper. I am on Twitch as well. I do lives on Wednesdays here on YouTube and Twitch at the same time with multiple dynamics. Certain dynamics are only for Twitch as well. And finally, I do offer personal reading for anybody interested. It's going to be in the description box below. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for your trust. You guys have an amazing day. And honestly, let's just let things go and work on ourselves to be better. Thank you. Have a nice day.